It looks to me that we're still miles away from a deal, really miles away, because they're all pulling in opposite directions. You've got Britain, for instance, saying we will veto anything beyond a spending freeze. Clearly, David Cameron is not satisfied with the latest Van Rompuy proposal. Meanwhile, France very much attached to the common agricultural policies, farm subsidies, which are very important for French farmers, saying, look, this is a red line that we will not cross. So I think timing, yes, we can give them more time. We can give them the whole weekend probably. But I think the reality, though, is that it's very unlikely that a deal will be struck at this summit. So there are two options. After the lunch, they can either decide to go in and have another round of bilateral meetings, Cameron versus Hollande, Merkel versus Tusk, the Polish Prime Minister, and, for instance, try to come with some common ground. But the feeling today here at this stage in Brussels is that there is no common ground, and another summit will be needed probably in January.
And what is the time frame here? How much time do leaders actually have before the budget has to be approved?
Well, the current budget will only expire at the end of 2013, so that still leaves us some time. But the image that Europe is showing to the world at the moment is really the problem, because I think beyond figures, there's also a deep political question. What kind of Europe do you want for tomorrow? Precisely, Britain, what does Britain want to do with Europe? Is Britain still interested in Europe? Because it's one thing to come to Brussels and say, look, we will veto any deal that it doesn't please the British, but there are 27 countries here trying to strike a deal. So, as you see, this has really revealed new cracks within Europe. Now, we still have some time. I would like to remind you that in 2005, a meeting in June ended up in failure, and it took up to December to come up with an agreement on the budget. So, yes, it's not the first time that a budget meeting takes so much time to end up with concrete results. But yet, in terms of crisis, the feeling is that leaders should be focusing on other things like the banking union, how to reshuffle Europe's financial system, rather than bickering over the budget of the European Union.